when we start, we have a beauty contest. So the whole team of designers will start sketching, putting up themes, and in this case, we had a theme chosen that worked really, really well on the Colorado architecture. Once the styling committee got together, we were able to identify one theme that was chosen. Then we worked on the clay model. That's where it starts getting interesting, when you start to pull a few of those elements all together. There's two quite distinctive looks to the Colorado. We wanted one design to be very much about the wheel and tyre, the stature, the width, the presence of the vehicle, and then being fairly minimal about the level of detail with the grills, the wheel arches and the inserts. And then the second version, we really wanted to amp up that aggression factor, more in your face, and make a bit more of a statement. The standard Sports Cat has a much cleaner look than the other version. We deliberately pared back some of the detailing to let the stature of the car speak for itself. So things like the wheel arches are particularly clean and elegant almost, but they just clothe what is quite a muscular stance of the vehicle in a sort of understated way. One of the strongest features of the Plus model would be the upper grille, which was quite a major change in terms of design, and secondly, the wheel arches too make a particularly strong statement. So the wheel and tyre combination has a bigger rolling radius, so that effectively lifts the whole vehicle up. And then on top of that, we have a front end lift. That creates quite a strong visual identity, and you've got a much bigger wheel and tyre combination filling out those wheel arches. So proportionally, the vehicle is much stronger, has a greater stance, a much greater presence on the road. The sports bar is an interesting element on both versions of the Colorado. We looked at some of those extreme wakeboarding powerboats, and we used some of the design elements on that to end up with something that's very, very unique within the marketplace for something in this category. We wanted a very strong visual identity to the rear of the car, something that would be picked out very easily from the normal Colorado in traffic. The front fascia is quite an interesting challenge for us. One of the design elements we wanted was a fairly slim upper grille that connected to the headlamps. You'll also notice we've actually played up the tow hooks on this vehicle. The seats are quite an interesting part of the design process. We always work very, very strongly on getting the comfort right, particularly on the cushion that you sit on. So we did a huge number of iterations to try and make sure that this seat would be truly unique. The leather, the suede finish that sits within that, and then the feature stitching that adds another level of design detailing. It all starts to make a really premium statement in this market of car. The steering wheel works with the rest of the interior in adding a red highlight stitch that's unique to our version of the car. In the dash applique, in the steering wheel itself, the door panels, the seats, this red stitching is one of the consistent design themes that runs throughout the interior. It's very much an intuitive process design, and you give it your best shot, and obviously you've got to be passionate about what you want in the vehicle, but at the end you can really judge whether it's worked, whether it's all come together, whether there's the same flavour throughout the vehicle, and I'm really, really happy with what I'm seeing over there today.